Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, my name's Blades, and yes, this is programming. So, I have recap basically. I've just taken the liberty of altering these lines here to actually make a program which works. If I run it, well, build it first helps, doesn't it? Here we go. Done. And here we go. There you go. Press any key to close. Fantastic program. Hit a key, it closes. And if we do the same from here, type in that, hit a key, and it closes. Yeah, you can see I've already tested it. It does work. So, there we have it. That's our test program, I suppose you can call it. Yeah, I think we're going to call it a test program. Now, we need a couple of textures and also a couple of models. So, for textures, let's have a look what we've got. Now, we are going to use free software, of course. Here we go. And I'm going to use GIMP. Is GIMP. GNU Image Manipulation Program at www.gimp.org. Well, it's a paint program. Trust me. It's nothing special. It's just a paint program. So, here we go. Let's download it and open it up. Graphic. GIMP. It's loading. Here it is. There we go. Loaded off screen, that was all. So, this is GIMP. I've gone to the Windows part of it, and under dockable dialogues I've added colours, just so that I actually can see the colours, basically. We need a new file, a new texture, and we need a texture that is square and is in size, in pixels, to the power of 2. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. You get the drift. I'm going to try 256. Why? Because I can. Simple as that. I mean, you can try anything you want, really. There you go. We've got a lovely blank screen, and under Tools, Paint Tools, we do have a bucket fill. Brown. Terrain. This is going to be the terrain one. Here we go, it's somewhere around it. Yeah, there you go, brown. And for this, have we got a spray can somewhere? Spray can, is that a spray can? Paint tools, spray, spray, spray. Airbrush, there you go. Go to greens. Nice dark green there. And spray away. Basically, just spray some in there. Add some colour. There we go. Lovely. A bit more colour, please. There we go. Just flick it all over the place. Now, the trick to obviously doing these kind of things is make sure your corners are all the same colour. That's the first thing. Pull it over there and spray our corners so that they are one colour. And the other thing you might want to do is just even out the edges slightly. Not a lot, just a bit. Just a bit smoother around the edges. Joins are always a problem with these things. You can make tiles in here. I do know that, and well, for testing out, I don't really care that much. So, a bit dark here. There go, just get rid of some of these straighter lines, make it more lumpy. I like it when it's lumpy. Look at that, I'm an artist now. Put alcohol in front of that and I can get it right. That's what it looks like. Isn't that lovely? That's going to be our grass. It looks as though it's got too much in this area. A bit too light around that area. No, that'll do. That'll do. So, file. Export as. And we are going to create a new resource folder. Here you go, I've created it already. Just create new folder. Resource and save it out in there. So Fraser, YouTube, test resource, and you can see I've already done it. This is terrain.png, green, blobby. Now all I've done then is change the colours and done a yellowy gold blobby and a blue blobby thing. And they're all 256 by 256 and they're all, well, artistic. Very artistic. Now when saving these out, when I click export here, it's going to ask us a few questions. Make sure that we're using 8 BPC RGBA. I want the A value. I was thinking about just going for RGB, but I want the A value because that does transparency. That gives us control over transparency, and may as well have it just in case we need it later on. And plus I can show you what to do with it. There you go. So at that point, once you've got your RGBA, you just export it, save it out to file. There we go. I've already completed all of this, so let's just close down GIMP. Obviously do the other two. Just around and file, export, and that's basically discard. And you should end up with a blue, a terrain, and a gold. Lovely. Those 3 files there. Isn't that lovely? Very arty. A new modern art phase I'm going through. I don't know what it is. Now, I said we're going to do some 3D images, and we are. So let's open up Blender. I think I talked about it before. Come under graphics. Yeah, there you go, Blender. Here it is, the Blender. And I know this is messes around with OBS, which is what I used to do the filming with. So I've got to be careful now. I won't have Blender up for very long. But basically, the front of this cube is with the red line to the right. X is to the right, positive. Z is up, Y is backwards. Well, that's going to change, but not at this point. But X to the right is important. So this is a front face. If I go into edit mode, I choose a face, I right click on that face, transform it, scale it, there you go. I'm just moving the mouse around and you can see it's going to a lovely shape. Left click, done. There you go. Model 1 done. Now what we need to do is just pop open a new screen by that very, very top bit. Just pop it open there. And we'll go to UV, image editor. There we go. Nice little square. That's gonna be for our texture. And on here, we are going to select all. Make sure we keep selecting until it all lights up. Mesh. UV unwrap, and this goes nice and big. Open. This is the head, isn't it? So I called one mine head. Home. Here we are, Fraser. Lovely. Just checking the microphone volumes because this really does make a mess of microphone volumes. Don't know why. Yes. Resource. Head I wanted blue, didn't I? Yeah. open image. There we go. And to check that it's worked, you can now go back into object mode here. Just clicking down the mouse wheel. And on this button here, let's look at the texture. There you go, that's what we just made. That's what it'll look like in our program. Magic. Up on the scene part, oh, I'm sorry camera, delete, lamp, delete, cube, highlight, and all we do now is export. OBJ, going down here, -Z is forwards, Y is up. Yes, we need that, we need that. Selection only. Line modifiers, yeah, why not? Include edges, yeah, why not? Normals include UVs, yes, that's what we're doing this for. Right materials, who cares? Triangulate faces, yes. That puts everything into triangles, makes so we know what's going to be in the object to start off with. And we're just going to save that out as head.obj. Under YouTube, test resource, and there you go, head obj. I've already done it. So just save it out under there, export obj. Wonderful, you've got it done. Do the same for the body. Now the body's slightly different. Let me just escape. File. Load factory settings. The body is easier. What we're going to do is we're going to add an object. Ooh. Mesh. Monkey. Oh, that's big, isn't it? Thank you for that. Cube. Delete. There you go. Let's see our monkey now. There it is. It's lovely. Look at that. Fantastic. It's got a lot more triangles in it. It's got nearly 1,000 triangles there. That's going to test the program out and speed out a little bit better. But again, drag the screen open. Object, make sure it's fully selected. Suzanne, hello. Oh wait a minute, get rid of that lamp. Get rid of that camera. Suzanne, you are our object. I think it was back in edit mode, yes. Unwrap. UV image editor, you can see what a mess it's made. And that means that's how it's going to map our texture. Obviously, if you're doing this professionally, you would be rearranging all of this. You'd be cutting this into smaller pieces and making sure like the eyes are in the right place. So let's just open Home Fraser YouTube test resource, and this is going to be gold. It's going to form our body. Open image, and there you can see it's gone gold. If we go back into object mode and look at the texture, yeah, it's gone yellow. Well, gold. Can I? Yeah, I can use the mouse wheel. It looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. But I don't care, it's a test. It's a test. It really doesn't matter. So, file, export. Nope. I'm in object mode, yeah. What did I do wrong? Come on. And just go back to solid for a minute. File, export's highlighted now. Wavefront OBJ, selection, triangular faces, good. Just export it. And you want to export that one as body. That's going to form the body of something later on in our fun times testing. So that's the two objects fully done with texture mapping. Now the good thing about OBJ files is they are text files. Yes, they are text files indeed. So let's just pop this open. And if we have a look in our resource folder now, we've got our OBJs. The head was an easy one, wasn't it? Yeah. This is why we want the OBJ files. Firstly, they're just text files. They hold vertices, they hold our texture coordinates, they hold the normals, which we use for lighting. Basically, we're going to bounce the light off the face, which is the F. The normal is at 90 degrees to that face. So the angle between the bounce and the normal is the amount of light on the face. So that basically gives us shading. Very simple shading, but shading all the same. There we go. Everything's okay in there. And to give you an idea of how complicated the body is, look at the size on this. 505 faces plus. It's huge. It's a huge file. All of those faces, all of those normals. Yes. All of the textures and all of the vertices. Look at the state on that. Awesome. And in the next episode, which will be stage 2, we're going to start C++ programming for it. That'll be good. We're going to do stage 2 for C++. Stage 3 is going to be the API. Stage 4, I will go with OpenGL. And basically the first few videos of each, I am hoping be able to get all the basics in for just putting something on screen. But I'm going to do it in what normal programmers would say is backwards, but to me it's forwards. I'm going to take the object and we're going to program it first into C++. Then we're going to write an API to transfer it over to the OpenGL, and then finally I'm going to do the OpenGL bit and we'll show it on the screen. So I'm going to do it that way around. I'm not one for doing the hello world OpenGL, let's put a triangle and do some colours type of thing. I can't be bothered with that. Well, let's get on with it. Let's get the real stuff up there. Let's get some real programming done, and there we go. We've got a couple of objects. It doesn't matter what objects you use anything, get them off the internet. Just make sure they are in triangles. You can check that they're in triangles. Oops, just opened body, didn't I? Because they'll only have 3 faces on the line instead of 4. If you open it up and it's got 4 on the F lines, then no, it probably isn't going to be any good to us because I'm not going to be doing quads. So quads are out at the moment, triangles are in. We can include quads. I'll see how it goes on time. If it's going to make a massive episode of let's do everything at once, then no, I won't do it. I'll just do the triangles. Simple as that. The only other thing I've done is I have taken that build sh, copied it, copy test, and pasted it. I can't paste it because I haven't copied it, but pasted it, and we now have, well, we should have it in here. Ah, there it is. And just changed Amber SL. Just that first word for Amber SL, the title there, it just goes in there, and everything else is the same. And of course, it uses what we programmed before. So build, and it does. Isn't that cute? And in our executable, we have our library, libambersl.a, or whatever your system calls it, because it will change depending on your system. On the profile, for this, just have a quick look, I've added that. That's it, folks. Unit, that's Win32 if you're on Windows, Q something, whatever, on Mac, I think. QNX, maybe? Yeah, looks right, QNX target path, yeah, blah blah blah. Basically, not much to change. The only reason why I have to put that in is because of licenses. I can't have any Qt in here, so I have to take it out. Basically, that's the G-line core. Config template target, perfect. Sources, headers, yeah, that's perfect. Those are placeholders, just to make sure it's got something to compile. And we will show you how to program into here in the next episode, or the next stage. And we'll start up our Amber SL. That'll be good. I'm looking forward to it actually, because I like the programming bits. I enjoy that more. So that's the end of today's small, short episode. It's not overly complex. Mess around with it, play around with it, do what you like. All you're looking for is a body, a head, and a terrain. That's basically it. Well, it is a terrain PNG. 2 colour PNGs, one for the body, one for the head. And there you go. Dead easy. Nice, easy stuff. If you do run into trouble with GIMP or Blender, just pop to the websites. I've got plenty of information on how to use them, how to draw objects, how to do things a lot better than I can show you, because I have no idea how to use these things. I don't do the art, I just program. I'm a programmer, not a 3D art maker thingy or whatever. So on with the programming. Catch you in stage 2, and good luck, have fun, and above all, take care.